Welcome to another episode of Project 33, and I pulled the engine out, as you can see. So the reason why I pulled the engine out is to take care of this rat's nest and all that lines for all the brakes. Because the ABS is deleted, but all the lines kind of just stayed there and just teed them off. And I'll be replacing it with one of these wilwood proportioning valves for the front and rears. And it'll be easier to do so with the engine out. This way I can get in there and work all the lines through, clear it all out. This way I'm not fighting with the engine. And while I'm at it, I'm going to clean the engine up, get it a bit nicer looking, and also do some well-needed deleting like the EGR valve, and just kind of clean up some of the miscellaneous stuff that's not being used anymore when I change it to a turbo setup instead of NA. So this episode will be mainly for installing the new lines for the front brakes and the new proportioning valve and getting that set up, and I'll continue on when I can cleaning up the motor and everything else. I'll show a bit here, show a bit there. Also, while I have the motor out, I'm going to be changing out the oil pan with this old rusty one that had this AN fitting on it for the oil return before. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to put the oil return, since I'm running a scavenge pump now, to the back of the motor. So I won't need this anymore. I have a nicer one that's not as rusty. Actually, not rusty at all. I'll change that out.
A few moments later.
The new lines are in, and the old ones were kind of a pain to pull out, so I ended up cutting them out. But luckily, the new lines are easier to fit in. They're a bit softer, so they're easy to flex. And as you can see, I got the wilwood proportioning valve all hooked up, and my line's off the master cylinder, running all the way to the back and across, and tying in for the rear. Got the right side all front set up, and the front left all set up. As you may have noticed, my bends may not be the best, and there's quite a bit of room between the lines of the chassis. I kind of did that for a reason because I didn't want to bend any of the lines too far tight of a 90 and kink it all the way through. So it's got a bit of they're not perfect, but they'll work. They're in place. I just got to get some new brake line ties because all the old plastic ones are broken. And that'll be it for this video, and I'll continue on fixing up the motor, getting everything ready, and putting it back in and putting it all back together. And again, like and subscribe for more content. I'll continue on. All the comments are appreciated. Thank you very much, guys.